Welcome to my English Cab. Hope you will enjoy learning with me. Dear friends, today we will be discussing the first unit from your supplementary reader, The Passive Voice by Polly Sengupta. I would like to speak a few words about the author as an introduction. Polly Sengupta is famous for her various stories and plays for children and adults. She taught in schools and colleges before taking up writing her passion full-time. Many of her stories about the funny experiences she had as a teacher. Roll Call is one of her well-loved books for children. There are mainly 6 characters in this story. The first one, the narrator, is a young boy in the story. Then his sister, their mother, the narrator's friend Nix, his classmates Gia and Pia, and finally their teacher. The story begins saying that the narrator didn't like his younger sister being sent to a progressive school because it made her think she knew more than him. She kept playing him about the usage and grammar. She asked him about the question tags and gave him examples of how tags are added to statements to convert them into questions. She also taught him the right intonation for tag questions. The narrator was irritated with his sister's grammatical knowledge as well as her way of airing it like a teacher. He deliberately used the wrong tags to spite her. His mother asked him to be understanding as his sister was 5 years younger than him. And anyway, he too shoved off when he was her age. The next day, his sister checked out his command over the passive voice, giving him an example of its usage that could serve not to let their mother know he had not drunk his milk while she had. At that very moment, their mother called out to ask if they had drunk their milk, and their sister replied immediately using the active voice that she had drunk her milk and was going out to play, implying that he had not drunk his. The next day, his teacher was revising the passive voice in class, and the narrator's classmate Gia irritated him by answering every question correctly. She seemed worse than his little sister. She also made loud comments to her friend Pia. The boys were only good at playing fools of themselves. Gia's long play struck him every time she put up her hands to answer, and Pia's plays trickled his friend Nick's nose. Nick sat behind Pia, and so the narrator made a signal to him to tie the plays together. When Gia stood up to answer the next question, she tugged at Pia's plays and Pia's head struck her jaw. The girl screamed and the teacher asked the guilty boys to explain. They stood quiet, but the narrator explained the situation using the passive voice to protect themselves. He was not sure why the teacher smiled as she left the class. He thought that perhaps she was impressed by the ease with which he used the passive voice. Good job. Thanks for watching.